Yeah.
You know, just growing up around a dude like Dante, man, it's like you had to come correct.
Yeah, nah, my homie from Roosevelt actually kind of knew Most in high school or see him around, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Jeff
right.
actually knows him house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. Like he kind of see Most around. He testified like, yeah, man, Most wasn't even trying to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like saw him in high school and everything, you know, he was on the acting tip.
For certain, yo, let me explain something to you. Dude, remember the cut-up jean era?
Mm-hmm.
Dude was wearing cut-up jeans 3 to 5 years before cut-up jeans ever became popular.
Nah.
Dudes is in the projects looking at me like, yo, son, what's good with your brother? like straight jacket, like, and then 3 to 5 years later, it's just taking off. Like, so he was just always a step ahead of the game. Shout out to Most, man. My hat goes off to you, man. And love is love, man. And I'm older now, man. I done soaked it all in like a sponge, and now it's time to do me, you know.
But let's jump ahead a couple of years to you know, the Ruckus era / Most Def / Medina Green.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? So like after UTD situation, then like, you know, fall through and everything, like what prompts you to then come back with the Medina Green crew?
Well, as UTD, we like I said, it was always family orientated, and you know the childhood friends like Jabon and Lord Atu. For those that don't know, Kasim Magnetic is our cousin. He's our baby cousin. So
okay.
But Lord Atu and Jabon was my childhood friends. We came up freshman year in high school together. So between Kasim and Lord Atu and Jabon, you know, and Tashon, you know, rest in peace, brother. They would always be at the shows, supporting us, keeping the name alive and things like that. So after we regrouped and came, you know, the Medina Green situation allowed other members in the circle to get some playing time, if you can understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Because once Lord Atu got arrested and was, you know, tried and sentenced, that left an open space. You know, once Most Def's career took off, that left an open space. So we had to fill those spaces, but you know, we didn't want to start a new group, so we just continued the name. And Jabon and Kasim got more playing time. That's all that was. It's like, okay, you guys are not coming off the bench anymore. You're actually starting now. Let's go. You know, so we got in the gym and got strong and got in shape. And we did 2 Medina Green albums. You know, the Flex Volume 1 and Funky Fresh in the Flesh and More Volume 2.
Yeah, that came, you know, 04, 06 and everything.
04 through 06, definitely.
Yep. But going back to the Medina Green thing, because I was always curious to know, since mainly everyone knew about the track Crosstown Beef through Sound Bombing compilation, you know.
Right.
I was just curious to know, like, did you guys actually try to get a deal with Ruckus, or was anything supposed to happen on that end?
Well, to tell you the truth, Ruckus would have got behind us if we and Most would have kind of strung off the situation, but we was never that type of people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ruckus would have only got behind the situation if Most was featured on majority of the album, if Most was executive producer of the album, and not to say that Most wouldn't have got on the album or did what he had to do for it to happen, but when your approach with those kind of situations, it's very uncomfortable. Because it's like, listen, either you feel the group and you feel the music, or you don't. Let's not. And Most is very just different, very artistic, very diverse, and he's not a. You know, you can't will him in by money. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, we'll give you this, and he's like, okay, cool, let's go. You know, and he's always told me, he said, listen, if anybody is looking to persuade you for me to be attached to it, then they really don't want you.
Nah, that's true. That's
real talk.
He's always told me that.
Word.
So his thing is, he's not going to waste his time with anything that's not real or anything that's suspect. And once they came at us like, well, Mos, will you guarantee you'll be on 5 to 6 songs and EP the album? He said, you know what, since they came at me like that, I don't even want to entertain the deal. They should have just came correct with an offer, and we could have taken it from there.
Nah, that's definitely a problem. The game, like, because basically what we was talking about before with Donnie and everything is that no one wants to take risks. Like,
I heard a few stories like he just mentioned though. That's real though. Like it's real. It's crazy.
I wouldn't even call it taking risks. I think over the years, the new blueprint is what it is for a new artist. In order for a new artist to break, like, you gotta understand, a lot of cats is chasing the commercial fame.
Yeah.
So when you chasing that commercial fame, you have to meet the the obligation in reference to what's expected. Okay, you're new up and coming, but who's featured on this track with you that may have prior sales history?
Yeah,
that's real.
Or that may have a audience already that because of who's featured on it, you can gain respect through that audience. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, to tell you the truth, scared money don't make no money. That's why all these artists flop that has these big features on it, because it's not real. It's not real. You actually had to pay this brother or sister. It don't all the time has to be a male artist. It could be a female artist, but you had to pay just for them to be featured. It ain't like they getting on it because they know you and y'all have a bond and a vibe and a chemistry.
Or even the song is hot.
And when y'all get on the track together, it makes a hot song.
Yeah, basically.
You
That's why I work with
I'm
artists.
It's like, brothers is playing politics. Who you know, and you take it from there.
I want to touch on that a little bit because it's crazy what he mentioning, but it's funny. Like, my album is being executive produced by Dan Grease. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's another good example of what he just said. Like, some people wouldn't even give me meetings without that. You know what I'm saying? Like they like, oh, okay, now you got Grease on board. Let me give you a meeting or whatever. I'm like, yo, that's wild corny, yo. That's like,
right.
that's why I'm like, that's why I went independent. That's why I was
they
like,
just ain't want to have a meeting with Donnie based on Donnie's talent.
Exactly. That
and
shit is
where
wild.
Donnie is coming from and where Donnie is looking to go.
And that shit is corny.
And that's real talk.
Whoa.
that is.